And as I said, design is it for me, that feeling, those of you who are designers, that feeling of there's this big mass of stuff in your head that you don't know what it is, and then you have to kind of collect all the data and understand your users and understand the technology, and then you still have to make a creative leap to some point of what you're actually going to do. And for me, it's just a totally enjoyable experience. This, like working on something, sanding, those are product designers in the audience, spend a lot of time sanding things, and that kind of, it's kind of a Zen moment for me where I'm just there and time goes by, and you just kind of lose track of what's going on because you're in this kind of enjoyable space where you're working on the process of design. There's a new book out called Something by John, Masters of Innovation, if you want to see. I'm not going to show a lot of stuff that IDEO did, although I'll show a few things, but if you want to see what IDEO's up to recently, there's the book. I will show a couple of things as a designer. These slides are hard to see. As a designer, it's really hard to hold back your enthusiasm for what you're working on. This is a project called Personal Skies, which was exhibited at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. It's a room where we had three tables and 3 chairs and 3 kind of big projection screens overhead. And the idea is that you sit down at the table, you walk into the room, you sit down at the table, and you pick up the phone, and there's kind of random numbers you can dial, and on the display above will appear the sky that's in a certain location, whether it's South Africa or Milan or whatever. That sky is pumped in, and you can have that feeling. You start out when you sit down, I should have said, with kind of fluorescent lights, kind of in a Dilbert kind of way. In fact, we were asked by Scott Adams, who writes Dilbert, to redesign Dilbert's cubicle. So if you go to our website, you can see our redesign of Dilbert's cubicle. I think that may have come because of this project. But so that's the sky, so you can get a different mood by just dialing the phone. And then there's a chair. When you sit down on the chair has a video camera in it, and the back of the chair takes on whatever texture you're wearing on the back. And then when you walk away, like you left your coat on the chair, it stays there. It's another project called Spy Fish. This is for scuba divers who don't want to get wet. You throw this sophisticated multiple camera device over the side of the boat or off the dock, and then it can go down a few hundred feet. You drive it like a video game, and you can actually see the fish or whatever you're after as an image on the display that's up on the dry land. And just one other real idea, which I'm particularly proud of, that we came up with in our Without Thought initiative in Japan. This is a umbrella stand that goes by the door, and then it has an internet hookup to a display in the bottom of the umbrella stand. So as you're leaving, you look down in the bottom, and you can tell what the weather is, and then you know whether you need to take your umbrella or not. We did this a while ago, and a student at Royal College of Art did us one better, and he programmed his toaster such that there's a little kind of dot matrix heating elements, and he burns the weather into your morning toast. So it's quite good. So that, to me, following your passion is very important. You can't go wrong if you're following your passion.